Ladies and gentlemen, please rise.
Welcome, everyone. Please be seated. Thank you. Good afternoon, and welcome to Dalhousie University's Spring Convocation for the Faculty of Engineering. My name is Frank Harvey. It is my distinct honor and privilege to be serving as Dalhousie's Provost and Vice President Academic, and to be your MC for the ceremony today. And I just want to start off by saying that we are all absolutely thrilled that we are having this for the first time in 2 years, this celebration in person. I would now like to ask Elder Catherine Martin, our Director of Indigenous Community Engagement, to deliver the traditional Mi'kmaq welcome.
Kwe, Medawaloktiok, and Weligiskok. Yes, it's the first language, so don't worry if you don't know it. You will. I'd like to welcome all of you to the unceded territory of the Ulnu, or as people know us today as the Mi'kmaq. Originally, that word is Nogama or Nigamo, which means our relative. So we introduced ourselves to the new arrivals, the French and the British, as our relatives because we're all related, Emsit Nogma. Somehow they got Micmac out of it and then now Mi'kmaq, but it's a Nogama and a Nigama. I'd also like to welcome you to the unceded territory of our ancestors of the Mi'kmaq and to acknowledge the wise thinking, almost as wise as this new group that's graduating, that always thought about 7 generations before and 7 generations ahead whenever making any decisions that would affect the people. So in 1752, a peace and friendship treaty was signed. The only treaty, which is all it is a peace and friendship that our ancestors ensured was signed and valid in order for us as Mi'kmaq to continue to live for the same way we had thousands and thousands of years before the arrival of the Europeans and other people that came before, and that we would continue to live until time immemorial. As we always have and always will. So in tradition of that peace and friendship treaty, I invite you all to enjoy the territory while you're here, or those who have been here. I hope it's satisfactory to all. It's quite a beautiful territory. So enjoy, and again, congratulations to our graduates. I watched you all as you came down, and I drummed for you because that keeps your heart at a beat that you need when you come up on this stage. So just don't follow your heartbeat because it's going like this. Just try to bring it down to, a level that you don't trip. That's really what it is, right? That's what we're thinking. As long as I don't trip. Okay. So congratulations and Wilaliok to all of the families, all your friends and support for being here. Emsit Nogama. Wilaliok and Emsit Nogama means thank you, and we are all related. Namotas.
Thank you very much, Elder Catherine, for that beautiful welcome. I would also like to acknowledge that Dalhousie University and our community benefit from and sit on Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. We are very grateful for our partnerships and our friendships across Dalhousie's campuses, our faculties, our administrative units, grateful for our community leaders, our elders in residence, our Indigenous Advisory Council, our Director of Indigenous Community Engagement, Indigenous Student Center, Indigenous Research Facilitator, and our Vice President Research Office. Indigenous health programs, inclusive pathways to the medical and health professions, and many other critically important initiatives and partnerships across our campuses and our faculties and our administrative units, including, of course, the Faculty of Engineering. We will continue to work on and build on these critically important relationships and friendships because we are all treaty people, and we take these words and our commitment to truth and reconciliation very seriously. We would also like to acknowledge the histories, the contributions, and the legacies of the African Nova Scotian people and communities who've been here for over 400 years. We are grateful for our African Nova Scotian Advisory Council and our Director of African Nova Scotian Community Engagement. There are 2 times on a university campus that are particularly significant. The first is at the start of every year when we welcome new students to campus to begin their programs. And the second, of course, is at the end when we come together as we are today to celebrate the completion of their programs. And for many, this day comes with a range of different emotions: sadness at thought of leaving Dalhousie and the Dal community and your friends, perhaps eagerness to move on from Dalhousie and Nova Scotia, possibly a little fear and anxiety about the future, and certainly gratitude for all of those who supported you along the way. But among the different emotions that you and your classmates are going through and working through right now, I hope you feel pride. You've accomplished what many can only dream of, and you should be proud of your many significant and noteworthy achievements. Completing your degree, particularly in the midst of a unique and challenging set of circumstances tied to a global pandemic, certainly gives all of us many reasons to be incredibly proud of you and your accomplishments. Convocation marks the culmination of years of very, very hard work. You've spent hundreds of hours in classes, tutorials, and labs. You've written and studied hundreds of pages of notes that you've extracted from those classes and tutorials and labs. You've solved thousands of assignments and problems. Many of you have had your first exposure to professional practice through co-op. You have continued to find time to be student leaders in societies, athletics, design competitions, extracurricular activities. You have demonstrated the completeness of your learning and preparedness for industry through successful capstone projects, completed hundreds of quizzes, midterms, and final exams, and obviously made many, many good friends. But you've also spent a good part of the last several years balancing school and work and social lives. You've been dealing with fears and anxieties about your programs, your courses, your choices, taking chances and risks on those program choices and courses, dealing with relationships and social pressures, maybe a little pressure from your parents and family. You've been managing your budget and in many cases completing your degree while juggling a job, perhaps 1 or 2 jobs to cover tuition. And I am sure you've all dealt with personal and emotional crises and losses, perhaps losses tied to the pandemic. Your graduation today speaks volumes about your capacity and your willingness to succeed anywhere by applying the life lessons, the skills, the knowledge, the passions, and the life choices that you've been collecting and living through over the last 4 to 5 years. Again, Convocation marks the end of years of very, very hard work. Don't let anyone tell you after graduation that it's, quote, time to get in the game. You've been in the game for several years, including through a pandemic. These are all the reasons we're here celebrating today. These are the reasons your family and your friends and the entire Dalhousie community is so incredibly proud of you, because you inspire us. So feel free to make some noise. Congratulations. Family and friends, although we would typically encourage you to move around the auditorium and take as many pictures as you'd like, for health and safety reasons, we would ask that you stay in your seat. You could stand, take as many pictures as you'd like. We have a photographer from Life Touch who will be taking additional close-up photos that we will be able to share with you. Please share your own photos and pictures and moments of celebration with us online through hashtag DalGrad. And as always, the Convocation will be a webcast, so you can have an opportunity of watching it and sharing the celebration through our Dal website. Now I'd like to take just a few moments to introduce those individuals who will be participating in the ceremony today, starting with Scott Bryson, our Chancellor, Dr. Deep Saini, our President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. Louise Spiteri, our Interim Chair of Senate, Dr. John Newhook, the Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, Dr. Adam Donaldson, Associate Dean in the Faculty of Graduate Studies, Elder Catherine Martin, who gave the traditional Mi'kmaq welcome, Angela Siegel, our Associate Vice President Academic, who carried in the New Dawn staff, bringing students into the ceremony today, and Dr. Daryl Doman, who is Associate Professor in the Faculty of Engineering and our Convocation speaker today. Also on the platform today and in the audience are many other faculty, staff, and administrators, including associate deans, VPs, and many other faculty and staff who have been so critical to your success and to the success of our programs and the academic excellence of the programs we deliver. Can I ask you all to stand as well, please? This is our opportunity to thank them for their work. Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you. I would now like to invite Dr. Deep Saini to deliver the President's remarks.
Thank you, Dr. Harvey. Graduates, families and friends, and distinguished guests, a very warm welcome to you all. What an honor and an immense pleasure to finally have the opportunity to join you in person for this convocation. It's been a long time. After 2 difficult years that kept us physically apart, it is a very welcome return to this important rite of passage. Today's ceremony blends long-standing traditions with appropriate adjustments for the times we are living through, and a nod to the place where Dalhousie is anchored, this beautiful part of Mi'kmaq we call Nova Scotia and our home. This ceremony is a celebration of your transition from students to graduates and alumni. But even more importantly, and I'd say even far more importantly, it is a celebration of your achievements. This milestone is a very well-earned personal recognition of your efforts and your abilities. And of course, it's a source of great pride for you and your supporters, those present here and those who may not be able to attend. Class of 2020, you know it only too well that it would be an understatement to say that the last couple of years did not quite play out how any of us would have imagined. But regardless of the incessant challenges that the circumstances threw at you since the beginning of 2020, here you are. Despite what you were given, look at what you've done with it. You met your goal. And here you are receiving the testament to your perseverance, resilience, grit, and determination. Now, when that happens, and we have formidable graduates like you sitting in front of you, what do? We put our hands together and we say, bravo. Well done. I know it wasn't the student experience you had imagined, but you overcame great obstacles to make it to this day. You traveled, some of you very far, along the way navigating evolving restrictions here in Canada and abroad. You adapted and collaborated and made the most of online learning, gaining new skills and insights, and in the process, helping first create and then refine a whole new paradigm for how the university education will be delivered and received. Many of the lessons we learned through these shared experiences of ours will endure, offering new insights, and better ways and better tools to the future generations. Someday, you will look back and proudly recall that this is where it all began, and you had a central role to play in it. And that is something to be proud of. You have not had it easy, but I dare to imagine that someday you will also look back and realize, and that is if you don't already do so, that this experience has made you stronger. Perhaps it has also made you more resilient, more creative, more innovative, more empathetic, more civic-minded, more conscious of how the actions of one impact many, and more committed to striving for a better future. And these are exactly the traits that our world needs today. Over the last 2 years, the phrase "the new normal" has become an increasingly familiar part of our lexicon. However, for the society to enter a new normal is in fact nothing unique in itself. After all, and we know that very well, that human history is replete with many turning points of very similar magnitude. So what is unique about this particular experience of ours? Well, the uniqueness of this particular new normal resides in the confluence of the daunting and often wicked challenges that it coincides with. And you are aware of what those challenges are. But just as a reminder, let me list a few. Climate change and its looming impacts, which are not something that is going to happen in the future. It is with us as we speak, and we are in the midst of it. The recognition on an unprecedented scale around the world that there have been historical wrongs that must be righted. New global public health challenges that we have experienced over the past 2.5 years and that are not over yet. The need to feed a projected population of 9 billion people on the globe without destroying our planet. The challenges to democracy, peace, and global order that are happening as we speak. And the senseless violence we continue to see in our societies. And a horrendous example of that we saw just recently south of the border in Texas. And we have seen many examples like that here in our country and elsewhere. And for this one, I would ask all of us to take a moment and give a thought of peace for all those who have been so senselessly affected, either directly or because it happened to their families. These are sad thoughts at a very celebratory occasion, and you might wonder, what is this man doing, dragging us into this doom and gloom at a time when we should be happy and celebrating? Well, I have a reason for that, and I am going to get back to celebration, but there's a reason I wanted to bring this up. And the reason is that the task in front of you will not be easy. We need to take that seriously. And it will indeed demand a great deal of you. However, and that's the punchline, your generation has demonstrated again and again that you have what it takes to overcome great challenges and extreme circumstances. When I see what you have overcome over the past 2 years particularly, and especially how you have overcome it and what you've accomplished, and most importantly, what you have become as a result of this experience, I feel totally confident that the world is in very, very competent hands. And in your particular case, this is very special today, that the hands I speak about are no ordinary hands. These are hands of engineers. You are innovators. You have been innovators for a very long time. You're builders. You're entrepreneurs. So many of you go on to be entrepreneurs. You make good managers. Many of you will go on to do MBAs. Engineers are probably the highest concentration in any business school doing MBAs. Don't stop there. Many of you will go on to be leaders, and there is a distinction between being a manager and a leader. Aspire to lead. And most importantly, the wicked problems that I spoke about, they're not problems that will be solved by individuals. They'll be solved by teams. And it comes naturally to engineers to work in teams. So you are so well equipped to deal with the challenges that lie ahead. And I have no doubt that with a Dalhousie degree and what's to come, you will do your part par excellence. So with that, let's get back to the celebration. Today is a big day. As you cross the stage today and become a member of the worldwide community of graduates, you will also join Dalhousie family of alumni. This is a very distinguished group of people that has in fact left an indelible mark on societies around the world. I have no doubt whatsoever that you will uphold this tradition, and the years to come will see you too achieving great things, not just for yourselves, but for the world. And that's the most important thing you will do. While you do so, I do hope that you will retain fond memories of your time here at Dalhousie and your roots at your alma mater. Our graduates, you are the greatest source of joy and pride for us. So on behalf of Dalhousie, please accept my heartfelt congratulations and very best wishes for a brilliant future that you so richly deserve. Thank you, congratulations again, and please stay in touch.
Thank you, President Saini. Will graduates please rise? Mr. Chancellor, as Chair of the Senate of Dalhousie University, I ask you to confer degrees on those candidates whose names have been approved by Senate.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in Dalhousie University, I admit to the respective degrees and diplomas with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto, those candidates who have fulfilled the requirements of that degree and whose names have been approved by the Senate. Admitto vos ad gradum. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated.
I now call upon Dr. John Newhook, the Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, Dr. Adam Donaldson, Associate Dean, Faculty of Graduate Studies, and Wesley Giffen, an orator from the Fountain School of Performing Arts, to present the candidates who are here today to receive degrees.
Mr. Chancellor, as Dean, I am both pleased and proud to be here today to celebrate the accomplishment of these engineers and candidates who have fulfilled the requirements for the degrees within the Faculty of Engineering.
Mr. Chancellor, the following candidates are here today to receive the Bachelor of Engineering. Waleed Hassam Abdelmalek, in Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Ben Sabu Abraham, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Rebecca Margaret Ann Acker, Chemical Engineering. Daniel Lima Adan, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Corey Mitchell Acker, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Farah Al-Razani, Chemical Engineering. Uthman Ahmed Ali, Mechanical Engineering. Alexander Robert Anthony, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program with Distinction. Timothy James David Atmosa, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program. Huzafa Awan, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Fazi Michael Aob, Environmental Engineering. Marion Chloe Baptiste, Environmental Engineering Cooperative Program. Mohammed Abninsar Bar, Chemical Engineering. Thomas Hayden Bellows, Environmental Engineering. Olivia Grace Billard, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program with Distinction. David Sanderson Burney, Chemical Engineering Sexton Distinction. Connor Alexander Blay, Mechanical Engineering. Shakyadeep Bose, Chemical Engineering. George Robert John Boyd, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program. Alexander Marique Brezova, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Emma Brower, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program with Distinction. Elizabeth Kim Brown, Chemical Engineering. Peyton Brown, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Ian Doyle Bryan, Mechanical Engineering. Jonathan Michael Bunn, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Niall Burnett, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program. Nolan James Kane, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Justin Gary Campbell, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Quinn Ian Kavanaugh, Chemical Engineering. Alyssa Ruth Chasson, of Environmental Engineering Cooperative Program. Emily Margaret Kraft Chisholm, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Cameron Mackenzie Clark, Environmental Engineering. Jeffrey J.H. Coffin, Mineral Resource Engineering. Dawson Copeland, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Tanner James Costin, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program. Cameron Paul Krasher, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program with Sexton Distinction. Noah Angelo DeCasino, Environmental Engineering with Sexton Distinction. Reed Davis Daphne, Mineral Resource Engineering Cooperative Program. Warren Davidson, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Liam Patrick Delhousie, Environmental Engineering Cooperative Program. Danielle Nicole Day, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Liam Ernest Doran, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Adam Sterling Doris, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program with Sexton Distinction. Alexander Driscoll, Mechanical Engineering. Emily Pearl Dunn, Mineral Resource Engineering Cooperative Program with Sexton Distinction. Inji Alokta, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program with Sexton Distinction. Rania Elsabai, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program with Sexton Distinction. Fari Raid El Shanti, Mechanical Engineering. Michael David Murray Favier, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Saeed Sarikis Finanos, Environmental Engineering. Marley Ann Flynn, Environmental Engineering Cooperative Program. David Michael Fox, Mechanical Engineering. Darlene Maria Francis, Chemical Engineering. Myungre Fu, Mechanical Engineering. Malcolm Robert Gascoigne, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Benjamin Brian Genser, Environmental Engineering Cooperative Program with Sexton Distinction. Aya Galib, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program with Distinction. Matthew Jacob Glenn Cross, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program with Distinction. Cole Jacob Godfrey, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program with Sexton Distinction. Luis Fernando Gomez de Alba, Mineral Resource Engineering Cooperative Program with Sexton Distinction. Jace Henry Khalib Goodwin, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Alana Marie Gravel, Mechanical Engineering. Mitchell Gregory, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Abdurrahman Noreen Hai, Chemical Engineering. Callan Elias Ronald Harbour, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program. Hassan Taki Hashami, Mineral Resource Engineering Cooperative Program. Raif Itkar Hassan, Chemical Engineering. Jenna Ray Howell, Chemical Engineering. Kirkland Darius Lawson Huntley, Environmental Engineering Cooperative Program. Matthew Terrence Ingham, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program with Sexton Distinction. Ismail Mohammed Ismail, Chemical Engineering. Kieran Thomas Stewart Jack, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Sophie Jenk, Chemical Engineering with Sexton Distinction. Garrett Darrell Johnson, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Stephen Lowell Johnson, Environmental Engineering. Mohammed Kasmani, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Andrew Michael Keefty, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program with Distinction. Haley Knowles, Mechanical Engineering with Distinction. Drew Randall Korber, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Jacob Lafond, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program with Distinction. Matthew Snyder Laidlaw, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Leahy. Olivia Leahy, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program. Adam Francis LeBlanc, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program with Sexton Distinction. Zach Allen Levinsky, Environmental Engineering Cooperative Program with Sexton Distinction. Perfect. Zepong Lee, Mechanical Engineering. Francis Lozier, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program with Distinction. Jack Fletcher Linz, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program with Sexton Distinction. Liam Giles Muscant, Mechanical Engineering. Adam Cooper McKenzie, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program with Distinction. Holly Lorna McLeod, Environmental Engineering. Peter Curtis McNeil, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Manuel Minero Diaz, Mineral Resource Engineering Cooperative Program. Marie Jessica Mason, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program with Distinction. Jordan Paul Lloyd Matthews, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Cale Lloyd McCarran, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program with Sexton Distinction. Jane McDonald, Environmental Engineering with Distinction. Alexander McGaw, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program with Distinction. Maggie Catherine Ann McGrath, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program with Sexton Distinction. Sarajit Mayadra, Mechanical Engineering. Braden Metcalf, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Jordan Robert Miller, Mineral Resource Engineering with Distinction. Richard Noriyuki Miller, Chemical Engineering. Hadamin Mohamed Yahai, Mineral Resource Engineering. Sofian Mohammed, Chemical Engineering. Jaren Monsi, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Sif Eldin Mustafa Kemal, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Katrina Evelyn Grace Mullane, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Connor Christopher Mullins, Mechanical Engineer Cooperative Program. Connor Liam Patrick Murdoch, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Isaac William Boswell Noss, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program with Sexton Distinction. Anthony John Newton, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program with Distinction. Ninad Milind Nimkar, Mechanical Engineering. Patrick Chukanebuka Nanoka, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program. Hey. Elizabeth Ruth O'Connell, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Aiden Patrick Luke O'Flattery, Mechanical Engineering. John Barrett Ogilvy, Environmental Engineering. Yasmin Omar, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program. Alexander Joseph Owen, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program with Sexton Distinction. Michelle Pellerine, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Dannon Richard Peterson, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program with Distinction. Patrick George Pellerin, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Coleman Matthew Porter, Environmental Engineering. Mary Keeley Power, Chemical Engineering. Kaylee Joe Rambo, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program. Isaiah Darren Reed, Mechanical Engineering. Brianna Ray Bailey Reed, Environmental Engineering. Brody Christopher Renault, Chemical Engineering. Samuel Thomas Grant Richardson, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program with Sexton Distinction. Adam John Robertson, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program. Katie Lillian Roswell, Mineral Resource Engineering. Savannah Marie Saulnier, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program.
How it's pronounced? I mean, you don't have to say it.
Saif Saneed, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Nathaniel Isaac Schrader, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program, Sexton Distinction. Anton Schrader, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program with Sexton Distinction. Andrew David Smith, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program with Sexton Distinction. Kyle Peter Smith, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Owen Howard Smith, Mechanical Engineering. Rhea Janine Storr, Chemical Engineering. Jonathan David Storrow, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Maram Hicham Tabara, Chemical Engineering. Scott Nicholas Talbot, Chemical Engineering. Alvin Manda Chikanla, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program. Mary Kale Tellen, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program. Maxwell Spencer Stewart Thompson, Chemical Engineering. Lachlan Joseph Howard Thornton, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program with Sexton Distinction. Kenzie Alistair Timmons, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program with Distinction. Maxender Winfield Trop, Mineral Resource Engineering with Sexton Distinction. Mubashir Umar, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Sarah Catherine Vanden Hooval, Environmental Engineering Cooperative Program with Sexton Distinction. Carlos Andreas Villardana, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program. Julievich von Zatorn, Mechanical Engineering. Ryan Leonard Wallace, Mechanical Engineering. Jasmine Walton, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program with Sexton Distinction. Kathy Wan, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Jamie Mitchell Watton, Chemical Engineering. Drew William Wallen, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program with Distinction. Brendan Parker Wheeler, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program with Sexton Distinction. Benjamin William Wilk, Mechanical Engineering. David Worth, Mechanical Engineering Cooperative Program. Sarah Catherine Yates, Chemical Engineering Cooperative Program with Sexton Distinction. Godson Oroku, Chemical Engineering. Hayden Thomas York, Environmental Engineering. Huda Siza, Mechanical Engineering with Distinction. Li Jiang, Mineral Resource Engineering. Tongwei Tu, Mechanical Engineering. Mr. Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of candidates who are here today to receive the Bachelor of Engineering.
Mr. Chancellor, as Associate Dean, I am pleased to be here today to celebrate the accomplishments of candidates who have fulfilled the requirements for degrees within the Faculty of Graduate Studies.
Mr. Chancellor, the following candidates are here today to receive the Master of Applied Science. Sahar Ahmedi, Mechanical Engineering. Aiden Charles Blanchard, Chemical Engineering. Ryan Barclay Wheeler Ingham, Mechanical Engineering. Janan Ling, Chemical Engineering. Sydney Page Burtonshaw Lowe, Environmental Engineering. Heather Elizabeth McGuire, Environmental Engineering. Charlotte Boswell Noss, Mechanical Engineering. Mr. Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of candidates who are here today to receive the Masters of Applied Science. Mr. Chancellor, the following candidates are here today to receive the Master of Engineering. Chaitani Watalani, Chemical Engineering. Mr. Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of those candidates who are here today to receive the Masters of Engineering.
Mr. Chancellor, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy is the highest earned degree by the university, and as such, it represents the culmination of the candidate's educational achievement. The following candidates, who through thesis and examination have fulfilled the requirements for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Mr. Chancellor, the awarding of the PhD degree completes a long cooperation between the student and the thesis advisor. We are pleased in this ceremony to also recognize the supervisor of the doctoral candidate and we ask the supervisor to stand and remain standing as the graduate crosses the stage. Following the awarding of the degree, our newest PhD graduates are asked to join the faculty on stage.
Jipeng Hong, Mechanical Engineering, and Supervisor Yahuan Pan. Alireza Vahedi Namani, Materials Engineering, supervised by Ali Nasari. Mr. Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of candidates who are here today to receive the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
One more round of applause for all of our graduating students today. I would now like to call attention to the families and friends of our graduates today. We know that Convocation is a very important occasion for you, and I am sure all of us here recognize the importance of your love and support along the way. So we'd like to express our gratitude to you for the role that you've played. I can ask, please, for the graduates to stand, and the onstage party as well. This is our opportunity. Graduates, your family and friends have been applauding you and making some wonderful noises throughout the day. This is our opportunity to thank them for everything they've done on your behalf. Thank you. Thank you. Please be seated.
Dr. Darrell Dorman is an associate professor in Mechanical Engineering Department, starting his appointment in the department in 2009 after receiving his PhD from Dalhousie University in 2008. A past winner of the DSU Award for Teaching Excellence and Dalhousie Sessional Instructor Award for Excellence in Teaching. He is also very involved in administrative service, serving as a department head for 8 years amongst numerous other positions. It is with great pleasure that I invite Dr. Darrell Dorman to address Convocation.
Mask. Chancellor Bryson, President Saini, distinguished platform party, parents, friends, and most especially our graduates. It is my distinct pleasure and honor to deliver the Convocation address today. As I look out over the crowd, I recognize many of you. I've had the privilege of teaching you, or we've interacted during my time as head. I think only 1 or 2 of those times were complaints, maybe more, but that's okay. As for the chems, I haven't had the opportunity to teach you, although I do hang around with many of your, let's say, more interesting professors, and I do know that they are very proud of you this day. When Dean Newhook asked me to give this address, the first response I had in my head was, of course not. What would I even say? But here's a tip for your careers. That's taken me a little while, maybe a very long while to learn. You probably shouldn't just blurt out the first thing that pops in your head when your boss asks you to do something. So after I thought about it for a little bit, I figured I would just keep it simple and talk about what I would like to see all of you do with your careers. Let me start first with a little story. I was finishing up my master's degree in mechanical engineering at a large university in Ontario, and I was talking to an instructor in another department. I wanted to enter the class and recruit for the faculty grad student soccer team. Obviously, I had my academic priorities ordered exactly straight. So anyways, we got to chatting, and they asked me if I was going to go on and pursue a PhD, to which I said yes, I've already accepted a position at Dalhousie. Well, that did not go over very well. They said this was a terrible idea for 2 reasons. The first one, they said, Dalhousie, why would you go all the way out there? It's in the middle of nowhere. And the second thing they said you should stay here. It's the only way you'll ever do something important. Well, my half Cape Bretoner, half Newfoundlander girlfriend, now wife, did not think too much of the first point, let me tell you. I also thought that this instructor had a pretty dubious grasp of Canadian geography. But it was this second point that really gave me pause. It seems that they were saying that if I was going to make a difference during my career, I needed a big machine behind me, that the system was an instrument of change and I was just along for the ride. And to that, I'd tell you, that's rubbish, absolute garbage. I knew then that that kind of thinking was completely wrong. I knew that I could use my career as an engineer to have an impact. If I was unafraid to take risks, if I kept learning, if I kept working with people, I could do a great many things. And it is this that I charge you today as you convocate and you start your careers. Go out in the world and make a difference. The system is not the instrument of change, you are. Now, many graduates represented from programs here today have gone on and done incredible things and have had massive impacts. For example, one graduate started in the mining equipment industry, then moved on to leading a design build of a national nuclear lab, then on to Tesla, to Apple, and is now at Rivian as a design lead of the next generation of electric pickup trucks. Another grad founded and built right here in Nova Scotia, one of the largest automotive accessory manufacturers in the world. They produce over 10,000 parts a day, and through the innovative use of recycled materials, kept out over 8 million, the equivalent of 8 million plastic bottles out of our landfills just last year. While these are impressive examples of large-scale impacts, I want to talk to you about smaller impacts that we can all bring about. Let's take, for example, yet another grad whose work is on bio-derived recycled materials for wind turbine blades. This award-winning work at the National Renewable Energy Laboratory in Colorado is pushing the very edge or the boundary of clean energy production and is the result of a decade of hard work, risk-taking, and collaborative engineering. But what I find interesting is that the grad themselves freely admit that there is no way that they see themselves bringing this about by themselves. It was a series of small impacts that charted their course to their current success. A small innovation at the start allowed another engineer to redesign a critical system. This led to engaging industrial manufacturers in a way that was collaborative, not competitive. It was having the guts to pursue a weird, non-traditional technology that no one thought would work. However, as an outside observer, I actually don't think any of those were the most important impact of the small impacts. As I saw this happen, I think the biggest impact was this grad being an energetic leader that cared for their staff and built a work environment where people felt valued and felt engaged. But all of these separate small impacts connected together to bring about and drive a large change. The world has big challenges and they need engineers to come up with big solutions. You can all be part of those big solutions and you can all do little things that together will bring about a big change. For example, you might be working at a company and modernize the way a product is produced. The person to your left might take that idea and make it more sustainable. The person in front of you might figure out a way to reduce the energy consumption. And maybe the person to your right will show that new hire from another country a kindness and bring them in, make them feel welcome and part of the team, and maybe they'll go on and change the industry. And before you know it, an industry undergoes a transformative change, all because of a series of seemingly small impacts. So in closing, I'd leave you with 4 things. 1, you are the change, not the system. 2, small impacts can add up to really big ones. 3, for the duration of your career, take risks, keep learning, and be collaborative. And lastly, maybe most importantly, don't ever listen to someone who says you can't do something. You go out there and show them how wrong they really are. Thank you very much.
Dr. Doman, thank you so much for that beautiful speech, an inspirational speech to aspire to small victories and small impacts that would have a meaningful and transformative change over time. Beautifully inspiring. Thank you very much for that. Graduates, let me be the first to acknowledge that as you leave the auditorium today, you will officially become part of Dalhousie's alumni network of over 152,000 people around the world. This is a wonderful asset, and I hope you'll take advantage of the connection to the broader Dal community. We invite you to get involved. We invite you to stay involved. In recognition of your new status, members of the Alumni Association will present you with an alumni pin on the way out of the ceremony today, and we hope you wear it with pride. Congratulations again. Welcome to the Dalhousie alumni family. Graduates and guests, the business of convocation is concluded. After the singing of O Canada, you are requested to remain standing if you are able as the academic procession leaves the auditorium. I now invite you to join Mary Austin, a Dalhousie voice student in the Fountain School of Performing Arts, in the singing of O Canada. Thank you.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us commend. Quand embrasse et porte les pays, il sait porter la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Give me the manage, don't Delio no thing. Nigga much good, my we done it. Give me the manage, don't what a big soul thing. Nigga much good. Abahon madultinet, abahon madultinet, dan gisuk eliga haluk sigu ulau si amo we aheu we yo we ha ya ya we yo he yo he ha ya we 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 yo he ha ya hey yo we yo we ha ya much good, Maui Danage. Give me dead and done what a big soul did. Nigga much good, abahon madultinage. Abahon madultinage. Dan gisuk teligaluk sigu pulau sit amo we ya heu we yo we ha yo yo we yo he yo he ha ya we 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 yo he ha ya he yo we yo we ha ya ya we yo he yo he ha ya we 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 yo he ha ya he yo give me the damage down Delio no king nigga much good Maui Danage give me the damage down where a big soul did nigga much good abahon madultinage abahon madultinage dan gisuk teligaluk sigu pulau sit amo we ya heu we yo we ha ya ya we yo he yo he ha ya we yo he ha ya ya we yo he ha ya we yo he ha ya we yo he ha ya ya we yo he ha ya he yo we yo we ha ya ya we yo he yo he ha ya we yo he ha ya ya we yo he ha ya we yo he ha ya we yo he ha ya ya we yo he ha ya he yo give me the damage down Delio no thing nigga much good Maui Danage give me the damage down where a big soul did nigga much good abahon madultinage abahon madultinage dan gisuk teligaluk sigu ulau sit amo we ya heu we yo we ha ya ya we yo he yo he ha ya we yo he ha ya ya we yo he ha ya we yo he ha ya we yo he ha ya ya we yo he ha ya he yo we yo we ha ya ya we yo he yo he ha ya we 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 yo he ha ya he yo we yo we ha ya ya we yo he yo he ha ya we yo he ha ya ya we yo he ha ya we yo he ha ya we yo he ha ya ya we yo he ha